Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys today? I am Tanya with Ribbon Branch Crafts, and I'm here every Monday and Wednesday. Today we're with the Bright Ideas Crafters and Marketplace, and the host is Debbie's Bright Ideas. So let me get myself pulled up here. And today's theme was pumpkin spice and all things nice. Um, Hey Tammy, good morning. Um, so I wanted to show you something. This is an easy project if you already got some clay on hand, and I love going to the Dollar Tree. So this is really cheap. We're going to do another wreath attachment today. Hey, Ma Dukes, how are you, my friend? Um, so this is a very cost-effective thing that you can do, and I wanted to tell you really quick that I did this just experiment, and I was trying to do like a vintagey kind of something a little bit different, but we're gonna make this is actually the Dollar Tree pumpkin, like those wooden thin pumpkins that you can get, and I was always looking at them like, what, there's got to be something, because these are so cool that you can do with this. Good morning, Eliza. Hey, Priscilla. Hey, Rose. Hey, Cheryl. um but you can use these to trace on styrofoam if you want, and just buy one of these and reuse this over and over and over again. I just went ahead and covered it because I don't intend this was like a one and done kind of thing. I like to do stuff and then just keep moving on. Thank you, my dudes. I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling better. I'm a little nasally again today, but doing good. And my family is feeling a lot better too. So I also found there's another tutorial if you want to check out Maria's Fake Bake. She did something similar. And I'm not sure if this is what she used, but she made a latte thing too, and it was really super cute. But I got this from the Dollar Tree too, and I thought this was really cool. So we're going to be making a wreath attachment out of this today. Um, but the thing I wanted to tell you is I showed you before when you're covering styrofoam, how we push those U-pins in, and that's how we set the back on. Well, with this, since this is wood, I'm going to use a stapler. So it would be the exact same thing that we did, but if you use this type of base, the wood, we're going to use a stapler and see how thick my clay is. So it won't go through. Just make sure you use the 1/4 inch staples, and you should be fine, and just do your glue and all the other stuff like I showed you before. Okay. Hey, Susan. Jennifer, my friend, good to see your pretty face. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Okay, so let me tell you what I did here. This comes as one piece, and I popped these off. Okay, these did give me a little bit of a hard time, as you can see, but this is okay because I'll show you, we're gonna cover this up and make our own pumpkin. But I popped these pieces off because it's gonna help us give that dimension and use the fullness of this piece that we got. Okay, so that's the first step. And the tool that I use, you can also get this from Dollar Tree. It's like just a little spatula thing. I'm not sure what it is really, but I got this from the Dollar Tree. And that's what I use to pop my pieces off. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Hey, Mom and Dad. Debbie, there's the pretty girl. Okay, so I think for this one, we want it like pumpkin spicy, lots of like really, I want to do like soft fall kind of colors, almost like, Starbucksy kind of vibe. And, but we're going to put our own spin on it. We're not going to make it look just like one. North Creek Creations, how are you, sweetie? What's your name? Welcome, welcome. So I think I'm going to do cookie dough color to we're going to cover our, the cup part, but we're going to we're going to do this top part in white. So you can get this in my Etsy shop if you are wanting to get the clay for this project. And we're just going to condition it up just a little bit. Tina, hello. Welcome, welcome, my friend. What are you guys doing today? It was a little bit chilly this morning when I was getting the kids on the bus, but I think feels like it's going to be a really beautiful day today. So that'll be nice. I'm gonna get my I think I'm gonna open my windows after this and let some of that fresh air. I love being able to let the fresh air in, you guys. But Jennifer, okay, you just messaged me, girlfriend, and I will make sure you are taken care of, my beautiful lady. Okay, so I'm just rolling this, and we're just doing, make sure it's long enough and wide enough. And remember, I told you, since this is like that thin, flimsy stuff, we want to do the same thing like we do with our foam. And we're going to make sure the whole thing is covered in clay, because then when you seal it later, whether you use epoxy or you use that clear coat I told you about, the Rust-Oleum, we want to make sure that nothing can get into that wood and warp it or anything, or your foam, and you don't want we don't want no mildew or nothing like that. So it's very important, if you're going to do this as a wreath attachment, whether you sell them, put them on your wreaths and sell them that way. Just make sure you cover the whole thing completely, because you want to make sure you have a good product that you're giving to to your customer, that will last them, So make sure that you seal this and cover it completely. So I think we're good here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim the top off just to give it a little bit of a straight edge here. And if you don't have that tool I just used, you can absolutely use scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just straightening it so it's a little easier to line up. And okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna get out my my tacky glue, and we're just gonna give a nice little coat all over. And I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I didn't even get the whole solid piece off. Like, it kind of split on me a little bit. That was the first time I've done this, so I don't know if there's a special way to do it. I've seen a lot of ladies do it. But as you can see, there's still like a little piece come off. That's not a big deal. So don't worry if that happens to you too. Just know it happened to me, and it's okay. It is okay, my friends. Shannon, hey, sweetie pie. Hey, sweetie pie. Okay, so I'm just going right up to where the lip for our cup starts. Okay, and then we're just going to gently press on there. Debbie, my mom's getting into clay. She made a really cute mouse, Debbie. It was you'd be so proud of her. She did a really great job, and she made a gnome. I forgot, what else did you do, Mom? But yeah, she's getting on the clay wagon with us. You guys, this is so fun. And I was talking to my friend yesterday, and we was talking about this stuff, how the world just you just forget. You forget to be a kid. You forget to just enjoy life and those kinds of things. And that's one of the reasons why I love clay. It's like the adult version of playing with Play-Doh. Um, and you end up with really beautiful things. But it's very, very therapeutic. And anybody that's still on the fence, it's been watching me or Debbie or Miss Susan, to please just give it a try. Get you a little sample pack from one of us, and just give it a go. And I promise you that you'll enjoy it. It really is fun. So I'm going to get more of this. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Welcome. And this is just the back, so it don't have to be pretty. All we care about is making sure that it's covered. Okay, that is all we're worried about right now. Are you guys having a good week so far? Mine's not too shabby. They, that government shutdown that's happening. My husband works for the park service, and so everything's fine. Like, it's not gonna really hurt us or nothing like that. But he was saying, I think they're only going to work for a couple few hours or something, and then they come home. Um, so yeah, I was like, well, at least you're getting a little vacay. We get to hang out. Yes, Debbie. Yes, she will love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, see how easy that is, guys? We just cover that up. And like I said, you got some little dents. See, I got them. But don't worry, because that's one of the beautiful things about all foam clays do this. Not just, the stuff that I said. All foam clays, whatever one you pick, will more than likely do the same thing. They just kind of are self-leveling. I don't know if that's the right word, but and it looks nice and smooth once it's dry. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and shade this, because I want to make sure I have, nice dimension on it. And what I got is, this is the LA Colors contour palette. And see, it's just a bunch of tans. And I'm going to go in and use this darkest color, okay? And then I just got me a soft makeup brush, okay? And we're just going to go around our edges. You guys, I got some cutie kits that I got pulled after I get this done and get my orders ready for and get to the post office. I'm going to have a couple, that Frankenstein cutie that you guys were asking me to do a tutorial for, that was sitting on the pumpkin. I created a cutie kit to show you how to do the head, because that's what that was that foam base that I put in there. So be on the lookout for that here later this morning, if anybody is wanting to check that out and see how I did that. It will be on the YouTube. Hey Terry, hey Debbie. Okay, so I'm just going around the edges, okay, and I'm even gonna go around this edge here, and this just gives it, it's like shading. If you guys know what floating is, it's when you just dip one side of a paintbrush into your paint, and then you dip it in water, or you use like acrylic floating medium, it's called, and it will help you shade. And that's how painters get a lot of dimension on their pieces. We're essentially trying to achieve the same effect just on clay. And you can also, people have asked me, yes, you can paint this. You have to wait till it's completely dry, but you can absolutely paint this. A while back, I posted a picture, I think it was last year, but if you can go back in my pictures, I made a pumpkin jack figure, and that, his whole body, that was painted. So you absolutely can do this. I would just say you do 3D coat, or I mean, not a 3D coat, a clear coat, if you are going to paint it so it won't chip or anything, but acrylic paints, absolutely. So I don't know if you guys can you see how it kind of gave it dimension? So then the next thing that we're going to do, good morning, Stefan, how are ya? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cover this with clay, okay? And I think, because I'm going to sell this as a pair just to get rid of it, so I don't have it hanging around. But, so I think I'm going to do yellow instead of like the green that we see on the Starbucks. I'm going to do, we're going to do like a light kind of folly yellow, I think. I think I'm going to go with this one. And this is the custard yellow, if anybody's wondering. Do some of that out. About the shutdown, yeah. But like I said, it's not a big deal. Like, God, let me just tell you guys about my Jesus, because he had it all set up. Hey, Tamara, there's the sweet lady. If you guys, she has a page now, and she just went live, and you did a fabulous job, my friend. Her page is called Casa de Casanova. So if you want to check her out, she did a really cool s'mores ice cream cone on was it Monday, Tamra? Yeah, I think it was Monday. You done that too? Yeah, but these are cool, and they have all kinds of I'm sure you guys have seen them, all kinds of different designs for the seasons and stuff. Like let me show you. I got these to do a Christmas one with you guys eventually. Let me show you really quick, because this is a super easy craft. You guys probably saw this one, so I snagged me one of them. We're going to be doing a wreath attachment tutorial for that. And then I went ahead and got the Christmas tree shape. And then I also, this one's going to be super fun to decorate with you guys. I got this gingerbread house. And it's the same thing. See, you just pull the little pieces off or whatever. And cutie cuties. So those will be coming in future tutorials. But they were already out, so I got them. Yes, girl, Tamara, come in on your work page so people can find you easier. Girlfriend. Yeah, she did a great job. Okay, so I'm just doing our thing long enough and wide enough to cover our little label here. And I love this idea because it's cheap. You know, it's cheap. Once you have your clay, I mean, it's $1.50 now? These might still be $1.25. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, especially if you're a wreath maker, you guys already know what some of them attachments cost. It is absolutely crazy. And you can do this, literally make you, if you buy the bag of clay, I would say the amount of clay equivalent price for what you would use for this particular one, maybe, it probably wouldn't cost you more than a few bucks. I think overall is the cost that we have in this. So it would be very cost effective if you're a wreath maker. And you can get a one of a kind, really cool and dimensional wreath attachment. You have dingy houses. Can't wait to see it. Oh, I know. I'm planning on using the tutorial with you guys is I want to do hey Amanda. Yay! I'm excited, you guys. And post pictures, please. It makes my whole day. I love seeing what you guys create. And yeah, I absolutely love seeing it. But Terry, I was going to do, use the cream clays since they're, I told you guys, if you're a fake baker, you guys already know using the spackle it is really fun. But I personally don't like the storage part and the mixing. I just could never seem to get my colors to match when I ran out. And then, like I said, the storage part. And I personally did not like I've ruined a few, and it kind of got me off of doing it, really, was it's brittle. It's brittle even when it's dry, and it can break easy. And that's another reason I really do like the cream clay is it doesn't break. It feels like clay, like it's durable like that. So, but Terry, that's what I'm planning on using for mine for like the frosting parts and stuff. And I think it's going to come out pretty cool. So if you guys find some, like, snag them. Yeah. Yes. There's the Christmas cookies. Yes, Terry, you should post them on my page. Rhonda, Rhonda Tuttle, she has been posting, so I know you can do it now. I didn't do anything different, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a glitch or something, but you guys are absolutely welcome. If you recreate something I showed you how to do and you want to share it with our little community here, I would absolutely love that. You are more than welcome to do that, my friends. It makes my whole day seeing that. Okay, so we got this covered. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and attach this, reattach this, I should say. Just make sure, because the edges are kind of sharp on this, so when do a little bit more clay, so to make sure that it don't poke through. okay? So I'm going to get some super glue. And I'm just going to put a little super glue all around. Well, not a little. You kind of want to do a pretty good bit because we want to make sure it adheres. Well, it'll adhere to the clay anyway since it's wet, but we want to just double up just to make sure, especially if you're putting this on a wreath. And then just line it up with your edges. And then I'm just going to smooth this down just a little bit. Okay. Look. How easy is that? Look how cute this is. You ain't got to worry about sizes or cutting or drawing. None of that stuff. I love it. It's already ready. There she is. Yep. Casa de Casanova Creations. That's Tamara, y'all. That is our beautiful Tamara. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of my, we're going to go ahead and do the white and finish this off. Why do you cover the back if you're going to set it on back of your piece? Cheryl, I do that because it's like a protective measure. So if you, the two ways that I know of and have experimented with is this, but see how thin that is? And you guys know if you leave something like this out for too long, it'll warp just because, you know, it's cheap. It's a cheapy thing. So, where do I get my, Steph and I sell it. Yes, sir. I sell it in my Etsy shop. But it's to protect the piece, your base. So the foam and the wood, whatever it is that you want to use, it protects it and keeps it from getting weather on it and stuff. And like I said, you want to epoxy is the best way to go. You epoxy it if you can. If not, I use Rust-Oleum. I think it's called 2 times clear coat. And that stuff does not yellow. It works really good. I haven't had an issue, or anyone that's bought one from me, you know, have any issues putting it on a wreath or anything. The only thing that I will say is when you're using this, just like with any attachment, you know, you put them backers on, you still be careful. You don't want to be yanking on it because you can wreck it, you know, so just put it on there and gently press down on your wreath and then tie it in the back. And that's, you know, that's the proper way to attach it so that, you know, you won't mess nothing up. Creativity Corner with KK. Hey girl, what you doing? Hey, Bree Bree. Your mama told me about them cookies, girl. I want to see pictures. Tell your mama I want pictures. You guys, Terry is so sweet. She's become a very dear friend. I call her my sister. My sister from another mister. Do you spray the clay with the Rust-Oleum clear? Yes. And for anybody else who's wondering, because we're going to put some cream clay on today too for like our little whip for our latte. But see, I did cream clay. That's what this is right here. And look at it. It's like, it's just like the clay, but it's a little bit firmer when it dries than the clay. And you can absolutely clear coat that too. Okay. So easy peasy. You're working and watching? Yes. Yes, I hear ya. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to have to tacky glue because this is our wood. I love you too, girlfriend. Hey, Tina. Good to see you. Where did I get the base? Dollar Tree, girl. Dollar Tree. And if you want to do, I've showed you guys with a foam base before. You can get, they have sheets of, let me see if I have a piece. Let me show you really quick. If you're wanting to do the foam, because the other, this is an even more cost-effective way, is you buy the piece, right? And then you can still pull the pieces off like we just did. And this is foam board that you can also get from the Dollar Tree, but it comes in like a humongous sheet. It's in like the poster board section, and then you can trace these pieces individually and cut them out with a X-Acto knife or a razor blade, whatever, and you can reuse that and use that as your template over and over and over again. And if you're have a business and you want to sell stuff like this, it would be great for that you would have that, so you can make 10, 20 of them. I just make them, then sell them, and then I just move on to the next thing. So that's why I'm doing it this way. But that's another way. If this is something that you're doing to sell for your business, I would recommend you could do it that way. That way you wouldn't have to buy a bunch of these. Hey, Christy, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy it here. Everybody's so sweet, and I'm glad you found us, my friend. Yes, awesome possum. Yes, I'm all about saving money wherever you can. Because crafting be expensive, I say. So, and it shouldn't be like that. It should just be no worries and having fun. Okay, so I'm just covering the back. Okay. And we're not worrying about the prettiness because, it's just the back. And then, like I said, just make sure you have it all connected, and see how my clay, so just be careful when you're covering, because like I said, the edges are a little bit sharp. So just, make sure you watch that when you're covering it. You might have to go back and just smooth it back up a little bit. No biggie though. And then just kind of gently with your finger re-push that design out that you got. There we go. Got the start of our latte cup. What do you like to seal my clay with that would be outside? I would recommend, like I said, the most safest, if you want to have no worries whatsoever, epoxy. And just, you can paint it on with a paintbrush and just let it dry, and shapoopy, that thing will last forever. Hey, Melanie, good morning. But yes, and yes, Tamara, it comes, I get mine in satin. That's just my preference. I like the way it looks. But you can get matte, satin, or glossy finish. So that part's totally up to you. Yeah, but I use the Rust-Oleum 2x clear coat. You can get on Amazon. 100% you can get at Walmart and Lowe's. So now we got this little piece that I popped off, and we're going to cover this now. Okay. This is a very, very easy project, you guys. Very easy. Pour you some coffee. I know. Today's another day. I feel like I need buckets and buckets. Buckets and buckets. I'm a coffee person anyway. Like, you will never, unless my hands are full or I'm just running in the store real quick, you will not catch me without a cup in my hand. See, look, I got my coffee right here. Wake up juice. Okay. Vicky, there's that sweetie pie. Hey, girl. Hey, Shay. Right? We all need some coffee, Shay. We need us a pumpkin spice latte. Do you guys like those? I really don't care for them. It's not my jam. Not my jam. I don't know if it's the pumpkin. Maybe it's the price. I don't know. I can't bring myself to pay all that for... I'd rather just make my own coffee at home for just can't bring myself to pay that much money for a coffee. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, don't be sorry at all. Do not be sorry at all. I am glad to see you though, my friend. So we're just trimming this off. And then we're going to do like we just did and cover the back. Too sweet for you anymore? Yeah, I've tried some, even like the creamers for my coffee. I really like hazelnut is my favorite, but and my husband he likes the vanilla one. But I've tried some of them other ones, and they're good. But yeah, a lot of them they're like really really sweet, and I don't. I like my coffee sweet, but I don't like it really sweet. I still like the coffee flavor. You know what I mean? But and that's another thing. The Starbucks, it's a little too bitter for me. So I like making my own coffee because it's you know it's like the perfect little in between. And another thing I'll tell you too is the cappuccino. You can get cappuccino mix from Walmart and also from the Dollar Tree. And or was it? It's either Dollar Tree or Dollar General, maybe both. I can't remember. But and it's French vanilla cappuccino powder, and I add that to my coffee. Oh man, it's so good, and it will add a little bit more caffeine if you're having a day. If you're having a day, you made pumpkin French toast on Sunday. Oh, now that I can get on board with. I love me some French toast, Shay. We love French toast here. Okay, so I'm just going, pressing in my divots to make sure we keep that pretty shape it has already. Okay, so this is what we got. So now we're going to do the same thing that we did with this, and we're going to put some super glue on and go ahead and attach it. You put a lot of espresso and then got, ooh, that sounds good too. Peppermint mocha, yum. You put a shot of espresso in your protein shake. That sounds good. You love Halloween, but you don't like pumpkin spice. The candle. Yes. Yeah, Amanda, I'm kind of the same. I will say I like pumpkin. You guys know what I'm talking about, but I think you get them from Walmart maybe. But the pumpkin, they look like Swiss rolls. Oh my gosh. Now those I do like. I like those for sure. So once we do that, we're just going to reattach it, just kind of center it. And then we're going to give it a good press to make sure it gets all attached. Ooh, that sounds good too. Terry says she put hot chocolate. Yeah, that does sound good. I love hot chocolate. Okay, so I think we're good here. And this is what we got. See how it gives like that dimension? So then the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to take a little bit more of our white and we're going to put like just a little log across so it looks, like it's got a little more of a lip on it. Coffee Mate Snicker. Oh my gosh, I haven't tried that one. Yummy. Do you guys like eggnog and like the boiled custard? I do. I love it. I'm excited for that to come out. I've even tried to put that in my coffee before, and I do not recommend that though. Keep them separate. I was like, oh, okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Oh, I do love me some eggnog though. Okay, so I'm just taking me a little log of clay and we're just going to go over where our two colors met just to kind of clean it up, make it look a little nicer. And then I'm just going to trim my edges off. And then we're just going to bring that around too. Okay, easy peasy. See that? Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is, I think we are done with the white. Coquito? I don't know what that is, Tamara. What is it? Sounds good. White mocha is your favorite, Amanda? Oh, that sounds amazing. I love white chocolate. So that sounds like something I could get on board with for sure. Mexican hot chocolate. Oh gosh, you guys are making me want to just give it all to me. Just give it all. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and shade again. And I'm going to do a little bit lighter color. I think I'm going to do like a medium brown. Okay, and I'm going to go around my yellow, and we're going to go around our white that we just did here. Okay. Toasted white mocha. Yummy. That's a good idea too. Just throw some marshmallows in your coffee when it's winter time. Or mornings like this, it's nice and chilly. I love like that cozy feeling, y'all. Okay, so see, can you guys see the dimension it gave? I hope you can see that. It looks really cool in person. But okay, so now I'm going to take my lightest tan and we're going to go around the white, okay? Oh, I love poke cake, Shay. We made one with what was it? I think it was a chocolate. I think it was a chocolate cake, like a double fudge, just the Betty Crocker cake mix. And then once the cake was all baked, then you take a toothpick or a knife or butter knife, whatever, and poke holes in the cake. And then the recipe I used was sweetened condensed milk. Oh my gosh. And it was I can't remember either, maybe it was called Butterfinger cake or something. I don't know what it was called. But then you sprinkle your candies. It's supposed to be toffee bars, I think, or Heath bars. Okay, see, so you'll probably see better when I do the after pictures, but it's got a nice little dimension on it. So now we're going to do the pumpkin. Okay, so I got this from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still sell these or if this was just like a little flub-a-dub thing. They only had a few of them, so I snagged me one. It was a few of this size. And this is about 2.5 inches long, okay? And this is what we're going to do our pumpkin with. So now we're going to go ahead and get our orange out. Coffee moonshine. Yeah, I don't drink anymore, but that sounds like something when I was a drinker that I would have liked. I can't drink no more, y'all. I get in trouble when I do that, so I had to cut that out. Have made a butterfinger cake from the middle. Aren't they good, Shay? Oh my gosh, that was so good. That thing was gone in like one day. Half a day. It was so decadent. And you guys, if you haven't tried, just look up butterfinger cake, like Google it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, so I'm just rolling my orange out. And we're going to cut 2 of these, okay? And I'm just swishing it around in my cooking spray plate here. Now, the only thing I will say is if you get these cutters from the Dollar Tree, just be careful because they're not as thick as the ones that, that we would typically, use. But other than that, they work. I mean, they work just good, and can't beat. These were $1.25 for like a whole set of them, so I can't beat that. So it works good for like little accents like this. Yeah. Yeah, I traded drinking for crafting. That's what helped me not think about it because, well, we'll probably be talking about that because we get the Bible study. It's this Saturday. Don't forget, I'll be on at 9 a.m. with the Lolly's Crafty Friends group and doing the Bible study. But yeah, I get too carried away. I like it too much. We'll just put it that way. So it was time for me to change my ways. So I got, actually, we might need one more, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put it face up like this and just find your middle. Okay. And then we're just going to gently press it down. Okay. We do need one more. I'm sorry. So you're going to cut 3 of them. Sorry. Christine, there's my sweeties. What are you doing, honey buns? How are you today? Okay, let me cut one more out real quick. Okay, now we're good. What was the name of the Bible? It's Lolly's Crafty Friends VIP. That's the other group that I'm in, and I only I do their events twice a month on Saturdays, and then I'm with Debbie the rest of the month. But they have Wednesday event or Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday events, and I always do the Saturday ones. And I do a Bible study, and then we do like a little faith craft. Like this week, I'm going to show you how to stamp clay. Actually, that's what I did on this one. See, you can stamp clay. See, the possibilities are endless. Stuff that you would think that you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So now all we're going to do is we're going to kind of angle these a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to smooth my edge up just like this. Okay. And then find your other one. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my little knife and just kind of make me a little divot in the top, and then we're just going to kind of make some lines down it just to make it a little more pumpkin-y. This is what we got so far. Now the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get some of the milk chocolate out, and we're going to put a little stem on. Do you like to use to help keep the clay from sticking? Amanda, you do your chopped couture on clay. Oh, that's a great idea, Shay. So y'all, she does all kinds of like the ink and stuff like that. So if you want to try to, get your pieces looking different and do different things, like, yes, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. But I use cooking spray, Amanda. I just spray it in a little plate just like this that I don't use, and then get you a paintbrush that you use specifically for that, and it works great. Hey Amy, how are you? Stephanie, hey girl, how are you? I just got my milk chocolate, and we're just going to roll it in a ball and then do like somewhat of I want to do kind of a thin stem. And I think I want to kind of make mine look like a little bit of a whimsy kind of stem. So that's about the kind of cone that I did. And then I just flattened it on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it down and then curve it around. because I want me a nice long stem. Okay. Now, the next thing, let me go ahead and put this away. Yes, I am, Amy. He was actually kind of excited. He was like, woo, I'll see you in a few hours. He's like, I'll see you in 4 hours. Hopefully 2. Woohoo! It's like we're okay. We've been saving, and like I said, the Lord, He's really looked out for us, and these unforeseen things, like He was way ahead of the game, and I'm so grateful. So we ain't worried about it, and we're just gonna take this time to connect as a couple and kind of do some bonding and whatnot. And I'm gonna make these lines a little bit more defined here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a drip. I think I want to put like maybe some little, some little frosting swirls, kind of sweeten it up a little bit. I made these, I have, they're just little circles, like you just roll a ball and then squish it just a little bit and let it dry, and there you go. And then I got some little ones because this is look like little Reese's Pieces colors. I thought those would be good for fall. And then we are going to use today, I think we're going to use some of the white cream clay for like our little frothy, whipped cream stuff. And then this is what I use. This is the almond. And that's what I use. I don't know if you can see because the cinnamon, but there's a spot that don't have a lot of cinnamon. That's what that looks like when it's dry, the almond color. Okay. So we're just going to kind of decorate. Do our thing. And I got some white chocolate shavings. Okay. So then you just do, but this is just to give you an idea, that you can do this, look for that stuff at the dollar store. And like I said, just start thinking like, can I cover that? What would that look like? Can I, recreate that? Yeah, more than likely you probably can. So yeah, just to give you another way to think about it. Hey, Diane, there's that pretty sweetie pie. Too early in. Hey, Ramona. I know, and I'm sorry to my Mountain Time people. Like, I didn't realize how early it was for you guys, but it's okay if you want to sleep in. You just catch me later if you need to. It's okay. Won't hurt my feelings. So I'm just going to put some little whips, and how I do that is you just act like you're frosting a cupcake or something. We're just going to do like this, just a circle, and then whoop, to get just to make it, okay? Stephanie, hey Stephanie. Stephanie says, how do you keep your clay from having air bubbles? No matter how much I condition and roll it out, I still have air bubbles. I have used several different clays in the same result. After this, I will show you how I roll my clay out, and it minimizes, but I get bubbles too. I just get less of them now. I have found that if you go a little slower when you're rolling your clay out, that helps. And then I flip it and roll it, then flip it and roll it. I will show you that. Okay. But I still get bubbles too, girl. So that's just part of it. But, it does minimize it quite a bit. So I'm going to start at my corner here, and we're just going to start squeezing, and then we're just going to do that circle I told you. And that's what that gives you. And that will stay exactly that size. It's not going to flatten. It's not going to do none of that. It's not going to get misshapen when it dries or, anything like that. It'll look just like that. So we are just decorating now. I'm going to put some little frosting swirls around the bottom. And like I said, you can, this would be great if you're a wreath maker, because it's a one-of-a-kind thing. And just, if you don't like what I'm doing, you can take that concept and do something, different. Oh, you are so welcome, my friend. Hey, Christy. It's too early for you, Stephanie. Yes. Hey, Tammy. Yes, I hope that helps you, Stephanie. And if you have, for Stephanie and anybody, if you have any questions, please message me. That's what I'm here for. I want you to know how to use, what you're getting and, not get frustrated and, you know, just, I want you to have fun. I think I'm going to put some swirls here. I'm just farting around at this point, y'all. Just having fun. Okay, I think I'm done with that one. You also flip and roll and not experience. My mom says I also flip and roll and have not experienced bubbles, and she's brand new. So yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, like I said, it definitely minimizes it quite a bit and will help you. And like I said, just roll, give it a good amount of pressure and roll. Okay, so now I got my white. And this one, I don't believe I put a tip. This one I did. That's the tip that you get if you get this stuff. You do get some sort of tip. And then this, I have no tip in because I want to make a drip. So if you want to make like a really cool drip look, do not use the tip. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little drippy here. And then I think, let me show you. That's what we got. And like I said, it won't flatten or anything. It will dry exactly that dimension. It's pretty cool. And then I think I'm going to do one down here as well. And something else I have found, if you guys heard that little bubble, with the fabric paint, when that bubble happens, that is scary because it can make it go and like ruin your piece because that bubble will kind of spread it. When that does it, it doesn't. It because it's so thick, it just kind of you might have to go back over it just a little bit, but it doesn't splatter or anything like that. Like I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried it, and like I said, it's not because I have it. I would switch to this anyway. There are multiple people who have this stuff. If you don't want to get it from me, you can get it all from a few people. So, but I do recommend please try this because it's a game changer. And I think I'm gonna put a drip on our pumpkin here, and then you just decorate it however you want to. And I think I'm going to call that good. And then now we're going to put Lucy girl. Hey, sweeties. What are you doing? What are you doing, my friend? I got, okay, so I got these chocolate shavings. I think I'm going to leave the cinnamon off of this one. But I got these white chocolate shavings, and then I got some of my little Reese's Pieces thingies that I just made these with clay. And we are just gonna go to town. So we have a full day today, and I forgot my list in the other room. I'm so sorry. But up after me is Susan with the Delighted Pumpkin. And then let's see if I can remember. After her is Debbie with Paper Sweeties. And then after her is I'm Snow Crafty with our beautiful Christine. And then after her is it's a break because heavens to Betsy, she's not gonna she's busy this week getting her booth all for her grand opening. How it's so excited for her. And then after her is oh my gosh, I can't remember. We have a new person. I think that might be the new person's spot. It's called Glitzy Yaya. is the name of her page, but I have the flyer immediately under my live. If you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see everybody's names. And I'm so sorry I forgot my paper, but Susan is up after me, so that's where we're going. That's where we're going next, y'all. So I'm just putting these chocolate shavings, and like I said, I just put this wherever. Again, this is okay. These are, these are just flexible plastic, so these would be okay putting, out in the weather. And these are also clay. Um, as long as you do a nice, good clear coat, and I would recommend doing at least 2 really good coats on both sides. Make sure it's got a coating on the whole thing, front and back. Um, Very important, okay? So just make sure. But yeah, it should be fine. I mean, putting it straight up in, you know, on a barn face with no covering. I mean, I don't know how long it'll last for that, but like a covered porch where a little rain gets in here and there. Like I said, I have not had an issue as of yet. So that's my personal experience with it. So now I'm going to take some of our big Reese's pieces that we made. Thank you. Okay, have a good meeting, my friend. Have a wonderful day. God bless you too, friend. Yes, Michelle with Glitzy Yaya. Thank you. Thank you, Priscilla. Yes. She is our new little sweetie pie with Miss Debbie. So I think with these, I think I'm just gonna super glue these on. I'm gonna put one here. And then I think I'm gonna put one here. Maybe one right here. And then we'll take some of our little ones. Oops. And I'm just gonna kind of put these all around, just wherever. And like I said, if you want to, you can do the crumble sprinkles would be really cute on this, or just regular sprinkles. Um, uh, you can do the cinnamon like I did on this one here. There's so many different ways that you can decorate this. You could put a little character on here, all kinds of stuff. You guys, this is making me think of the creamer that you can get. Have you guys tried the Reese's creamer? That one I do like. That one I do like. Morticia, hey girlfriend. Hey, no problem at all. No problem, my friend. No problemo. Okay, so the last thing that I'm gonna do is, man, I just done got super glue all over the place. I'm gonna put me a little bit here. Look at sticking to an owie. And I think the last thing I'm gonna do is put a couple of my smaller ones here. Here. Oops. And then I think I'm going to put a little bit more of my almond drip just to finish it off. Stacy! Hey, sweeties! May I ask what you're putting your super glue in without the lid? My super glue always leaks out immediately without the lid. Oh, I do have that problem with E6000, but Tammy, this is just super glue. I get a pack of like 50 of them or something for just a few bucks, but that's what it looks like. I get it on Amazon, and when you get the lid, it comes like they come separate. So when you screw it on, it pops the hole for you, and then when it comes out, sometimes it leaks out, but I don't have too many issues with it, so maybe you could try that and see if that would help you. You like it, Stephanie? I'm glad. I know this is just like a little easy. This is another good beginner one. You can learn your placements and you know just an easy design. Just learning to decorate. Um, it make for good practice because it's not you're not really investing a whole lot of money. I mean, it's a dollar 25, $1.50 tops. So you know what I'm saying. And then I'm just gonna fill it in just where I want. And then I think that might be all she wrote, y'all. Maybe I'll put one more here. Maybe. And this stuff does act like the spackle that you can put in. And another thing is if you want to do sprinkles after you do it, it's not, they stick way better than with the spackle. You guys know you got to kind of press them in, and that can be really frustrating, like they just come right off. This, it's not like that with this. So it's easier to put sprinkles on too. But this is what we got, you guys. Like I said, I'm going to turn this into a door hanger, and I'm going to sell this with the pumpkin. So I'm going to have this on my Etsy shop later, and probably within the next hour or so. And this is going to be a wreath attachment set. Probably, I mean, this is probably going to be like maybe 15 for both of them. Just, because I don't need them sitting around and help you guys with decorating. And if you have a business, it'd be, it would help both of us out. So this is what we got. I think this came out really cute. But like I said, you can do filigree designs with that cream clay. Like I have so many ideas to show you guys. But yeah, Dollar Tree. Go home and get you to the Dollar Tree, and now you have something with those hangers that you've been eyeballing. And you like the pumpkin, Morticia? Yeah, this was my attempt at like a vintagey kind of face. But so yeah, if you've been looking and you're like, man, those are so cool, but what can I do with them? Here you go. Here are 2 projects for you. And like I said, we got the more to come. So if my time is up, y'all, let's jump on over, get you a potty time, get you some coffee, and let's hop on over to the beautiful Miss Susan with the delighted pumpkin and see what she's gonna make. And I love you guys. Never ever ever forget how much Jesus loves you, okay? And I will see you guys hopefully on Saturday. I'll be on at 9 a.m. for Bible study Faithcraft, okay? So if you can make it, I would love to see you. Bye, guys.